So this one's a really obvious one given that I'm a personal trainer, but my number one tip right here for your ongoing results is to lift weights. So whilst there's a place for all fitness activities, weights trumps all, and I'm not biased, this is an actual fact and I've watched it over the years with all my female clients. Weight training always ends up being their preferred mode of exercise once they correct their posture and learn the fundamentals and start doing it properly and start getting results. I'll always say, like, I don't know why I didn't do this any sooner. Why did it take me so long to get here? Or why didn't any other trainer teach me this stuff? Like, I hear this all the time. And yeah, so that's why I can say with conviction, weight training is the absolute best form of exercise for a woman. But just to highlight that, let's look at all the other forms of exercises that women tend to be drawn to and their pros and their cons. So I'll start with Pilates because this is actually my favorite. So Pilates is all about building those deeper postural muscles. So your back, your glutes, your hamstrings and your abdominals. And that is what we call your posterior chain. And this is what keeps your posture really correct. So fantastic exercise. The only thing with it is it gets monotonous and you can't really do it that many times a week. And you can't really load it so high that you can get stronger and stronger. A Pilates instructor will argue that I'm wrong, but you can't, I guess, build nervous system resilience with something like Pilates because the load isn't high enough after a while. So that's the first one. Then we have yoga. So another one I really like in terms of mobility. So yoga is really good for getting your body in really awkward positions and holding it. So it's strength whilst in a really good position. So those kind of things are really good. But again, your nervous system resilience is impacted in the sense that you can't add much load. So you're kind of limited to your body weight. And then we have cardio. So really great for heart health, but it has a lot of weaknesses too. So a lot of women love to run. This is really bad for the hips and the knees, and like to do group training, which can end up being, like boot camps and stuff, which can end up being really detrimental because you're doing things like jump squats and sprinting and boxing and all these exercises that just shouldn't be mixed together if you actually want to get lasting results. Like, yes, you'll get an endorphin hit and you'll feel good after because you did lots of exercise, but you won't get foundational strength built. And it's also weather dependent, like if it rains outside, you can't really go, and that's the benefit of doing cardio, right? It's nice to go out in sunshine or get some fresh air and that kind of thing. So if it's raining, you've got to go to the gym, it's not as exciting. Then we have high intensity interval training, which is my pet peeve. Hate this one, always getting women to stop doing this because 9 times out of 10, people that do HIIT training don't have good posture, don't understand strength fundamentals, don't eat enough, and are trying to lose weight. So this is not the best way to lose weight. It'll just fry your nervous system, create really poor movement patterns, and you'll probably overtrain because you're competing with the people around you. So I'm not saying don't do it, I'm just saying it's not my favorite activity. Then we have CrossFit, another one that I don't like because, 9 times out of 10, the fundamentals aren't taught very well. It's very centered around Olympic lifting, which is a very, very advanced activity, and most people can't do it well. And lots of ego, so lots of competing against each other, lots of going too far. Lots of not recovering enough, lots of not eating enough, and lots of injuries. Then we've got team sports, which kind of another one of my pet peeves, but I know people do it because they love the community. So they love seeing their friends and throwing the ball around. It's really good if you've got like ADD, because there's lots of things going on and you don't get bored. But many, many knee injuries, many, many hamstring injuries, lower back injuries. I've had someone break a finger, dislocate a shoulder, and stuff your ankle. So yeah, if you don't have good posture and you don't have good movement patterns, then something like someone whacking into you from the side, or you pivoting too quickly, or you getting your foot stuck in the mud, or you falling on your arm, injury, surgery, it's not really worth it, right? So then we have weight training, which when you do it properly is fantastic because you're building up foundational muscles and there's no limit to what you can achieve. So you can always get stronger. You can always pick harder exercises. You can pace yourself. You can do it twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and as long as you have a good program built, you don't go backwards. It's very foundational. Yeah, with no limits, posture gets improved, heart health gets improved, and all of this other great stuff. So as you can see, I'm biased. And just to drive that home, I'm just going to list off all of the other benefits that you might not have thought about, being that it's really great for your heart because as you lift weights, you're pumping more blood around the body. It's really great for your nervous system because you're awakening all these muscles that probably forgot even existed. It's really great for your posture, good for circulation, great for pregnancy. I've had clients that have been bedridden in all their pregnancies and then trained literally squatting and deadlifting the day before or 2 days before the birth of their 3rd or 4th child after the worst pregnancies ever because now their body got kept together whilst they were pregnant. Then you got body composition and weight loss if that's desired. Nervous system resilience, increased bone density. So I have a client who's like 65 and she's trained with me for 12 years and she has the bone density of a 35-year-old. Then we've got injury prevention, like I said before. And if you're really good at weight training, you're actually probably safer to go out and do all of those other activities that I mentioned that I don't like very much, because you can do them properly. And you just end up feeling really strong from the inside out. And this is one of those unspoken of things that's a little bit more subtle about weight training, but I've been watching it over the years and I have experienced it myself, where just as you're building more muscle and you're, really fixing your posture and you're really learning these fundamental techniques and you make this a part of your, weekly routine, you start to feel stronger from the inside out, so it changes your neurotransmitters, it changes how your nervous system works, it changes how you carry yourself, makes you stronger, better at setting boundaries, take better care of yourself. It encourages you to eat more, because the more you eat, the better result you get from weight training. So it gets you away from dieting and towards nourishment and all that good stuff. Okay, so you don't need to be a bodybuilder or a powerlifter or do a CrossFit competition to enjoy weight training. Forget all of that. Just focus on building your posterior chain, fixing your posture, learning cool exercises like the squat and the deadlift, and everything will be wonderful. So what are you waiting for? That's why you should lift weights. That's why this is one of the key things I coach and why I believe in it so much.